Hello, today I'm sharing my top favorite drugstore makeup in every makeup category. In my 9 years here on YouTube, I have never done this type of video. I have no idea why. I've seen others do variations of it for drugstore and high-end makeup, and they update their viewers yearly to let them know what's changed and what stayed consistent. A lot of them share their top 3 favorites in every category. In some cases, I just have one favorite, so I didn't want to force 3. And there are a few times where I have more than 3 in a category because there are different types of products within a category. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. I feel like this is such a great reference point type of video for me to have here on my channel for you. So I really hope you find it helpful and enjoyable. It was hard to narrow these products down, and I'm really excited to finally be doing this video. Let me know in the comments too if you want me to do a high-end luxury version of this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We have a lot to go through, a lot to cover, so I'm going to do my best to be thorough yet concise, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with primers, but if you are new here and you know nothing about me, and we're talking about complexion products like primers and foundations, even though I typically share products that can be applicable across all skin types. I live in New Orleans where it is insanely humid year-round, and it's also insanely hot the bulk of the year. It's just hard to keep makeup from sliding off your face no matter how old you are or what your skin type is, which is why I focus so much on complexion products, foundations, primers, things like that here on my channel. I'm 50 years old. I have a combination oily skin. It's pretty normal around the perimeter and can even be dry sometimes, and the center of my face gets some shine and oil breakthrough. I know my regular viewers are sick of hearing me say all that, but if you're new here, you've never heard that before, and I think it's important. So my first primer is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is silicone free, and the consistency of this sort of throws some people off. It almost has the consistency of a pore filling primer in a jar. It's kind of thick. It's almost hard to squeeze out of the tube at first. It's one of those primers that you sort of press and smooth it onto your skin, and I find that it smooths my pores and texture and hydrates while providing shine control without drying my skin. There are also nice ingredients in here like gooseberry, which is high in antioxidants, and vitamin C. This next primer is the drugstore affordable primer that I reach for the most. It's so good. This is Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later Mattifying Pore Minimizing Primer. Now she has other variations. I know she has an illuminating one and a redness correcting one. They're all good. I will have everything I'm sharing with you and wearing linked for you in my description box down below, and as many products as I can also linked through YouTube, but they don't always have everything available for me to link for you. So if you don't see something there, check my description box. This is a silicone-based primer. It's cruelty-free. So is the Wet n Wild primer, by the way. It's got this lightweight kind of whipped consistency. It smooths my pores and texture. I feel like my face looks brighter after I apply it. It's oil controlling and balancing, but it doesn't dry my face out at all. And it's sweat and waterproof, which is insanely important where I live here because of the sweat factor. And it just works so well under every foundation I've ever worn it with. Elizabeth Mott is a K-beauty brand. This is available on Amazon. There are a few products in this video that are available online only that are drugstore priced, and this is one of them, and it is so good. Okay, I'm too type A to give you just 3 drugstore favorite foundations. When there are more foundation categories than that, you might be looking for a long-wearing foundation, and I might just give you a skin tint, a powder foundation, and an everyday foundation. So I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts of each and why I picked these. Let's start with skin tint. This is Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I can build this from sheer to light medium coverage depending on the method I use to apply it, and it has a very skin-like demi-matte finish. It's just beautiful on the skin. There are also some really nice ingredients in here. I rarely have to blot any shine with this, and it wears beautifully all day long. It's also cruelty-free, and I think it's great for all skin types. So I wanted to make that note before moving on to a really beautiful, natural, everyday foundation. You just can't go wrong with the original L'Oreal True Matte. If you have very oily skin, you might want to put a mattifying primer under this, but I really think this is a foundation anyone can wear. It's flattering, it looks natural, it's great for any occasion. And depending on how you apply it, how you build it, it builds from light medium to medium full coverage with a natural finish. I'm insanely picky when it comes to powder foundations, and this is the best drugstore powder foundation I've tried. This is Essence 16-Hour Cover and Last. This has a very creamy consistency to it. I can apply it with a sponge or a brush and I don't get that dusty, powdery kick up. Now keep in mind, this is still the original formulation. US brands are slowly taking talc out of all their powder products. So if you want to grab this in the original formulation, maybe do it before they change the formula. It just seems like most brands are not getting their reformulations right. But this feels lightweight. It doesn't look powdery. If you have larger pores or texture, this does a great job of smoothing and giving a really natural, soft matte finish. It's buildable from light medium to almost medium full coverage, and it wears really well throughout the day. It also doesn't cake up if I do need to touch up with it. If you have normal to oily skin, I think this is fantastic, although it does perform well on my normal dry areas too. Essence is a cruelty-free, very affordable brand. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation has been a staple for me for as long as I can remember. I've talked about it here a ton. There's also a dewy and smooth version if you have dry skin. I love that there are two different options no matter what skin type you have. This is high-end quality at a drugstore price in my opinion. If you're looking for something that smooths and flatters and gives a soft matte finish that's great for any occasion, from work to an evening event. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, it just looks really pretty and it lasts a long time. This is a great foundation. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte Foundation because I've actually been reaching for this quite a bit, actually more than Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, just because on an everyday basis, I don't need something as, I guess, bulletproof as this. If you have normal to oily skin and are looking for that beautiful, natural, luminous finish, it's smoothing, it's flattering, and also great for any occasion, this is great. This is a little bit more matte. Of course, if you have dry skin, dewy and smooth would probably be your jam. There's kind of an option for everyone. Now for the ultimate bulletproof foundation, I had to mention NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. If I am going to be in sweaty, hot, humid situations, if I'm going to a concert and I'm going to be dancing or a Mardi Gras ball, this is the foundation I am going to. I do not recommend this for dry skin. It gives a pretty matte finish, but it doesn't look cakey. It still looks nice and flattering on my skin. It's very smoothing and it lasts. This is one of my favorite bulletproof foundations. So now you know why I had to give you different options for foundations. Now, if I didn't give you an option you were looking for, I have an entire video on my top drugstore foundations here, and I have other top foundations videos of different types in that playlist as well if you want to check those out after this video. Moving on to concealers. So I have dark circles, fine lines, texture, dryness, and under eye hollows. I'm very, very picky with what I put under my eyes. I have two concealers and a corrector to share with you, starting with NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. This is a serum concealer, so it's infused with some nice skincare ingredients, which is always a bonus in my book for that thin skin under our eyes. This has very lightweight, creamy consistency. It blends out effortlessly, and I would say if you're wearing this without a corrector underneath, it gives medium coverage, which usually isn't enough for me. So I either wear a corrector underneath it or I layer it and build it over itself a bit, especially in my darkest areas, and it just works beautifully every time. It looks skin-like and natural, and it doesn't make me look dry or crepey as the day goes on. Now, as far as creasing goes, I always have to set my concealers because I crease with every concealer out there, even creaseless ones. It's just how my anatomy is. But if I set this, I don't crease. NYX is another cruelty-free brand, and I love this for a medium coverage concealer. Now, if I want more coverage, that's where Catrice True Skin Concealer comes in. This is cruelty-free, and it's creamy and hydrating like NYX Bear With Me, but it's buildable from medium to pretty much full coverage while looking natural and feeling lightweight, yet hydrating at the same time. And it wears well throughout the day. It doesn't get dry and and crepey like some fuller coverage concealers can. I know I said I wasn't going to speak to creasing earlier, but I find this to be pretty self-setting. I just barely start to crease under my lash line when I'm multitasking and doing other things before I set my under eyes. A lot of times I can crease pretty badly even during those few minutes with other concealers. So if you're not prone to creasing, this might be pretty self-setting for you. This has been a long time favorite. Catrice is online only now. It used to be available in drugstores, but it's very, very affordable and available online. And my corrector is also from Catrice. This is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener in Light Rose. There are 4 shades to choose from, I do believe. This is such a creamy, hydrating, brightening under eye corrector. I would say it reminds me a bit of the Becca under eye corrector. I mean, that is one of the top rated best-selling under eye correctors of all time, probably. But it was actually a little bit thick and sticky for my under eye area. I actually like this one better because it's more lightweight. It's just so creamy. There are no sparkles or anything like that. It's like this pearlescent quality. So it gives you that brightening effect that all these pink powders are trying to give us right now. And it feels creamy. It feels lightweight. Concealers layer beautifully over it. I find a lot of drugstore under eye products to be pretty drying, especially if you have maturing skin. And these 3 aren't, and that's why they're in this video. My favorite drugstore powder is still Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is so good. You get a ton in here for your money. It's cruelty-free, it's silky and weightless, and it never looks cakey or powdery. It sets my makeup beautifully and controls shine without making my face feel dry. Now, I do think the sifter could be a little bit better. All of this is sitting on top. This was turned on its side. So, I mean, a lot comes through the sifter, but can't really complain because of the amount you get for the price. This is so good. Now, this is another one that hasn't been reformulated yet. It's been the same formulation for years and years and years. It's absolutely phenomenal. Will it be the same formula next year? Maybe not. So if you want to get this fantastic formula, you may want to pick it up now. I think it's great for all skin types and a great value. I have one setting spray to share with you. This is the one that has been a repurchase for me several times over the years. I finally bought the jumbo size of Milani Make It Last. This is the original. There are other versions, but this is the one that works for me. It's cruelty-free and the mist is really nice. You can of course use this at any point during your makeup routine, before, during, or after, but this does a really great job of setting my makeup without leaving my face feeling sticky and without changing the finish of my makeup. It seems to kind of fuse my makeup together and make it look less powdery. There are hydrating ingredients in here and antioxidant ingredients. So, you know, there's just some extra things in here. I really like it. It works well. This is a staple for me. I'm adding my own extra category in here because I couldn't do essentially a drugstore holy grail video without including this Revlon oil absorbing volcanic roller. I think this is around $15 and it has this reusable oil absorbing roller. You can pop this out and wash it off. It instantly absorbs oil breakthrough on the go, and it works so much better than any blotting sheets have ever worked for me. It doesn't just blot, but it also keeps oil breakthrough from happening again so quickly, and it rolls seamlessly over your face. I love this thing. I recommend it to anyone that's oily or gets oil breakthrough any time of year. Absolute holy grail status. Will not be without it. It's time for bronzers. I pulled one favorite for a powder, liquid, stick, and cream bronzer. So I'll start with the powder bronzer. This is L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. I definitely could have had 3 favorites for just powder bronzers alone, but I picked this one because it not only looks natural, but it stays on phenomenally well. The shade I have is medium, by the way. This is it right here. It's easily buildable. It gives a natural soft matte finish. It's long wearing, waterproof, and sweat proof. My cream bronzer pick is Milani Cheek Kiss Bronzer. I love this formula. I love the compact size. The shade that I have is Spilling Tea. It's the second one closest to me right here. These are so effortless to apply and blend. You can keep it sheer or build it up so easily. There's no greasiness to them whatsoever. They're very lightweight and give a soft matte, kind of blurred finish. Some cream bronzers just have, you know, kind of a stickiness after they set down. There's just no stickiness here whatsoever. My liquid bronzer pick is Physicians Formula Butter Glow Contour Wand. Now, even though this is a contour wand, it has a neutral tone to it, so you can contour or bronze with it. I have it in the medium shade. It has this sponge tip applicator. This is medium right here, and this is pretty much budge proof after it's set down. Physicians Formula is another cruelty-free brand. This is very easy to dot it wherever you want it and blend it out again as a contour or a bronzer. It looks natural and it wears beautifully all day. My stick bronzer pick is another product from Physicians Formula that I fell in love with the first time I tried it. This is the Butter Glow and Go multi-use stick. So you don't just get a bronzer, you also get a blush. There are several shades to choose from. The one I'm showing you here that I use the most is Sun-Kissed Rose, which is right here. I diffused all of these, by the way, with my finger a bit. So this is the bronzer right here. The bronzer has a creamy glide and a velvety finish to it. It blends out easily and wears well throughout the day. And just FYI, the blush has a glowy finish, and there are some nice ingredients in here too. I love this. I think it's a really great buy for the money. And this is a good way to move into blushes. My favorite drugstore liquid blush is hands down L'Oreal Lumi Le Liquid. This formula, the second I tried it, I was in love. The shade that I have here is Dewy Worth It. This is one of the 3 dewy shades. There are also 3 glowy shades that have sheen to them. The way this blurs your skin as it blends out effortlessly is just perfect. It lasts phenomenally well throughout the day. It's flattering and effortless. You know, liquid blushes are not always easy to apply. This is one that you can apply sheer and build up. It doesn't give you clown cheeks right away. It's beautiful. And my favorite cream drugstore blush is also Milani Cheek Kiss. Now, the finish of this is different than the Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer. There's sort of a dewy, natural glow to these, which is perfect in my opinion for your cheeks. I mean, I would rather have that on my cheeks than all over my face. So the top shade here is Blushing Berry and the bottom is Nude Kiss. Now for stick blushes, besides the Physicians Formula dual-ended stick that I just showed you, the Versed Shade Swipe blush sticks are so good. And I think a lot of us forget that Versed is drugstore priced. This is Merit's affordable line. These are so lightweight and creamy. They glide on beautifully and they're so easy to wear as a sheer wash of color or to build them up. They also have nice ingredients in them too. The top shade here is Pinch and the bottom is Bloom, and they just have a natural kind of skin radiant finish to them. And my powder blush pick was really hard to narrow down. I ended up going with Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush, which is really hard to show you on camera because my light keeps reflecting in it. This is such a soft, pretty baked formula that's easy to wear very sheer or to build up, which is clearly a quality I like in a blush. These are very smooth and they just wear really well throughout the day. Let me bring this over here so you can see it better. So on top we have Bold Heart and on bottom Rosy Rosewood. I just feel like these have the perfect amount of sheen to them. It's not too much, it's just enough. There's no glimmer, no sparkles. They're natural and flattering. They may not be pigmented enough for some people, but I like a buildable blush personally. I have 2 favorite highlighters to share with you. There are some really great drugstore powder highlighters, but in the end, I went with Essence Pure Nude Baked Highlighter. This is actually my second one. I almost went through my other one, then it just got old and I repurchased this. I've shared this as a dupe for some high-end quality highlighters. It's that good. Because this is a baked formula, this gives you that natural dewy looking radiance that's so incredibly flattering. There is zero sparkle or glimmer. It's just very smooth and natural. I mean, Look at that, it's stunning. It looks like a liquid highlighter, but it's in powder form. I love this. If you've been highlighter averse, this might be one to try. I will always and forever recommend L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion over any other liquid highlighter, similar to a highlighter like Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter or any of those dupes, or some kind of a glow drop. This can be worn alone or under makeup. It can be mixed into foundation, or as a highlighter you can even wear it on your body. And you get a lot in here, 1.35 ounces. I keep 2 shades on hand, medium glow and light glow. Now, I didn't blend them fully into my hand. This is light glow and this is medium glow. You almost can't even see it because it's pretty much my skin tone, and there's light glow again. It's just a little bit brighter. This is that dewy, perfect glow that looks natural. There are no sparkles. So I use medium glow for my body and for blending into foundations or for wearing under my makeup. I very rarely wear glowy products on their own. And if I'm wearing it as a highlighter, I use the light shade, light glow. But this is my recommendation for a liquid highlighter. You get a ton of product and it looks natural. Let's move on to eyes, starting with eyeshadow palettes. So I first want to talk about ColourPop 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. The quality of ColourPop eyeshadows in general is just so good. So this is the palette that I am wearing on my eyes right now. This is the Deja Brew palette, which is a nice neutral palette. I just swiped this shade on my lid and applied this mid-tone shade above my crease. And I applied this deeper mid-tone shade on my lower lash line and a little bit in my outer third and in my crease, and I lined with this brown shade. The shimmers glide on. I usually use my finger. The mattes are blendable. They wear well throughout the day. They have lots of palette options to choose from. Nude Mood is another that I really love. This is a warmer neutral palette. I reach for their big palettes, Bare Necessities and Stone Cold Fox, regularly too. ColourPop is another cruelty-free brand. You can get a lot of their products in store at Ulta. You can also, of course, buy them online. When I think about affordably priced, great quality eyeshadow, ColourPop comes to mind immediately. I also wanted to share these Milani Gilded Mini Palettes, which I think are fantastic. They have several color stories to choose from. This one that I cannot hold up because I dropped it and there are eyeshadow crumbles in here. It's called Whiskey Business. It's a great warm neutral palette. I dropped this one too. I dropped them both, but this one fell more elegantly and only this one shadow fell out. This is called Call Me Old Fashioned. This is a more neutral color story where this one is warmer, but they have others to choose from too. The quality is excellent with these. So these are my 2 picks in terms of eyeshadow quality, eyeshadow brands. I'm a big eyeshadow stick person. I love swiping them on for a one and done look, and even swiping on a few and blending out the colors. I like lining with them. The CoverGirl Clean Eye Color eyeshadow sticks are fantastic. This is the shade Bronzed Glow. It's fantastic for a one and done look. These have a nice glide to them. They give me enough time to blend them out before they fully set down. I don't need eyeshadow primer underneath, and they wear beautifully throughout the day. They're also flattering if you have texture on your eyelids. I've tried a lot of eyeshadow sticks throughout the years, plenty from the drugstore, and these are my favorite drugstore eyeshadow sticks, hands down. If you want a creamy, budge-proof eyeliner that gives you time to smoke it out before it sets down, L'Oreal Infallible No Fail Eyeliner is the one I reach for the most. I like that it has a creamy glide, it doesn't tug on my eyelids, and once it sets down, it is down. It's a twist up retractable eyeliner. It also has a little silicone smudger if you're into that. I usually use a brush to smudge, and there's a sharpener if you want to sharpen the tip. I have watery eyes. I've never had an issue with this. It lasts through my eye watering. If that happens, it's a really, really good eyeliner. And it's my one eyeliner pick that I have for this video. I don't wear liquid liner, so you know, this is what I have. These are my current 3 mascaras I'm putting in this video for very specific reasons. I like to have a really narrow mascara that gets right at the root of my lashes, and it's great for my bottom lashes. This is Maybelline Lash Discovery. It's also waterproof. That's what I typically need to hold my curl, otherwise it will fall flat with most non-waterproof mascaras. I've also used many variations of L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. It has been a staple in some form or fashion for many, many years. So a current staple for me that I've been loving and using regularly, I think this is my third tube, is L'Oreal Voluminous Panorama Waterproof. This works really well for giving length and volume. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, and I can wear it on its own if I want a waterproof mascara, or I can wear it as a light layer underneath a non-waterproof mascara and it holds my curl. So my last mascara option is not waterproof. It is Lottie London Super Fake Mascara. I think this is my fourth tube. This has a really weird wand. It kind of has these, I don't know, nubby nodules on it. I don't know. It's just got kind of a weird sort of narrow wand that I wouldn't think would work well, but it does. I do have to wear this over a light layer of waterproof so that my curl will hold. That would only be an issue for you if you have stubborn stick straight lashes like mine. This gives me a lot of length, a lot of volume. It's very black. It doesn't flake or smudge. This is a great daytime or nighttime mascara because I can really build up the volume and it's not clumpy and it lasts and lasts and lasts. I really like this one. My current favorite brow pencil is the NYX Blade and Shade Nano Brow Mechanical Pencil. So it twists up, there is a spoolie on the end, and because it's got this small blade-shaped tip, it's sort of shaped like a dash, you can easily mimic the look of brow hairs. The shade that I have is ash brown. It's quick and easy to use. It's not too waxy, so you actually get pigment and it lasts all day. Now, I don't have my favorite drugstore brow pen here. It ran out and I haven't replaced it yet. I've been using my high-end brow pen instead. It's the Maybelline Build-A-Brow brow pen. It has a brow gel on it too, which I ripped off. I didn't find the brow gel that useful. I just really, really love this brow pen. It's so fine. And I like that it draws my brow hairs on no matter if I've set my face with powder or if I just have skincare on, no matter what's happening. I find that that is an issue with some brow pens. I keep having to tap them off on a Kleenex or something so that I can get the ink to come out, so I can get it to show on my skin, and I don't have to do that with this. It's just effortless to use. I don't have to concentrate too much to use a super light hand. It has a really fine tip. It's easy. Now, I had it in medium brown, but I think I'm going to try soft brown next time just to see. I feel like I needed a slightly lighter shade. I'm starting lips off with lip liner. I have one to share with you, Maybelline Lifter Liner. You're gonna see me swatch this as I'm talking because I tried to film this already and there was a loud noise outside, so I had to start over. But you can see how creamy the glide is. Other drugstore lip liners that I loved before just seem drying now. It's formulated with jojoba oil and hyaluronic acid, so if you're someone like me that likes to fill in your lips with your lip liner to even out your pigmentation or help your lip products adhere better and last longer throughout the day, it helps your lips feel better in the process. This is high-end quality and I just love it. Moving on to gloss. The first has been on my lips throughout this video over Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader, and that is Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. I just topped it off before filming this segment, but it's just sort of a nude pink with a very soft pearl. It's not so much that you're gonna have particles on your lips when it wears away. You can't feel them. Just like the lip liners, these also have hyaluronic acid. They feel very comfortable. They're not sticky. And I feel like they make my lips look smoother and, you know, they have high shine and glossiness as a gloss should, and they make my lips look a little bit fuller. I also swatched the shade Silk here, which is a warm mauve with a slight pearliness to it. I swatched it over that lip liner swatch so you could just see the opacity. So we have Silk and we have Moon, and they have some really pretty shades to choose from. The other gloss I have to mention, I have talked about a zillion times on this channel. It is my most complimented gloss in person and online. I get asked about it every single time I wear it. It is Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Gloss in Bronzed Berry specifically. Now, I do love this formula overall. This is a high-end quality gloss for $3. I will probably never quit talking about this gloss. So this is Bronzed Berry right here. Now there is also a shade called Berry Bronze or Bronze Berry, not Bronzed Berry, that has a black top. That's not the one I'm talking about. That's not the one I'm linking you to. I'm referring to Bronzed Berry with the white top, as you see here. This formula is not sticky. It smells good. It's creamy and comfortable and has beautiful opacity, lipstick opacity. It wears a long time, and there's something about this almost metallic look that is so flattering. It's flattering enough that I get asked about it every time I wear it, I'll tell you that much. But this shade in particular is sort of this bronze pinky peach that goes with anything. I love it. As I said, I will be talking about this probably until the end of time or until they stop making it. I would pay $30 for this. I still can't believe it's $3. Okay, under the lip balm slash oil category, I have two products. Both of them smell and taste really good. I'm sort of a sucker for that. So the first are the Essence Juicy Balm Glossy Butter Balms. These are around $4, and there are a ton of really fun flavors and scents to choose from. These are just kind of fun and nostalgic. I also am kind of a sucker for that. So these twist up, they have kind of a quiet twist up. They don't retract back down. This is called One in a Melon. They have a nice glossy finish and tint and a soft kind of slippy buttery formula, and they just give a really nice sensorial experience. The fragrance and the taste are really good. I mean, you're gonna get what you get from the name. I think there's a chocolate one, a coconut one, different fruits, things like that. So next are Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils. I love these. There are tons of fun fruit flavors to choose from. There's a nice cushy fat doe foot. This right here on the bottom is strawberry melon. These give a very faint tint. They're juicy, not sticky. They give hydration and shine. It smells good right here. And they have fruit extracts and vitamin E. They're just really nourishing. They're not too runny. They're the right consistency, you know? My next category is tinted glossy lip balms. I have one drugstore favorite to share with you. This is a very popular lip category that started with the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Balms. There are tons of products in this category now. I did an entire video breaking down a bunch of them. If you want to see it, I'll have it linked up in the corner and down in my description box. So my favorite drugstore one is also from Milani. This is the Keep It Full Glossy Plumping Balm, and it doesn't sting or burn like a lot of plumping lip products. They're really comfortable and smoothing. They help your lips look fuller because of how smoothing they are with lip lines. They're flattering. There's some nice ingredients. This is the shade Ribbon. I'm starting to have to really contort my hand here, but they have a high shine and a nice subtle tint. They are somewhat soft, but not too soft. And I like the click up mechanism. It's a twist up as opposed to a click. They don't retract, similar to lots of products of this type. Milani is really strong in the lips department. That's why you're seeing their brand re-mentioned here. They just have some really great lip products, and they are my pick for lipstick too. I'm actually shocked that the color statement lipstick is still being made because it's been around since I think before my YouTube channel started, because nude cream has been in my life for a really long time. I think this is my third tube. This is such a perfect pinky nude shade, and I just completely spaced when I told you what was on my lips earlier, because nude cream is actually sandwiched in between the gloss and the liner I have on. It's actually a triple combo. But this lipstick line in general is very creamy. It has nice opacity, feels really comfortable, and it has a nice satin finish. The formula is nice and thin. You don't feel like your lips are all gooped up with lipstick, and the wear time is really nice too. I feel like these don't get mentioned as much because they've been around for so long, but still a favorite for me. I haven't seen anybody mention lip treatments in any of these videos before, but I haven't really seen any great drugstore lip treatments before until now. So this is a relatively new drugstore release. This is Essence, the Super Peptide Glossy Lip Treatment. I fell in love with these pretty quickly. So I prepped my lips today with the shade Pinkified. I also swatched it here. This is about as far as I can contort my hand at this point. I've been using this as a prep step before makeup sometimes, and just wearing them here and there before bed, during the daytime, just whenever. The applicator is nice and slim. They're comfortable to apply. It has the lip-specific peptide, Tripeptide 1, which I'm a huge fan of. It also has vitamin E and shea butter. It feels so silky and smooth and comfortable on your lips. It moisturizes deeply and smooths and plumps my lips. I think you get so much for your money here, and this had to go in this video. I've been wearing these a lot. There are a few different ones to choose from. I haven't seen such a high quality lip product at such an affordable price, and this has become a staple for me. I'm sure this video is pretty long, but this type of comprehensive video sort of has to be. Let me know in the comments below if any of these are your favorites or what your favorites are, and if you want to see a high-end luxury version of this same video. I hope you enjoyed this and find it helpful. Give this video a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!